Michael Show. We are enjoying a kind of a warming trend. I'm liking it. I was out earlier today doing some errands, running around. Who is producing today? Evo, you in the studio today, or is Ben back?
Yeah, it's me, Bill.
I thought it was you. I thought it was you. Because Ben is back when on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Okay, Ben's back on Wednesday, and then they're always right. Well, I'm off on Thursday. Did you get that memo?
Yep, I got it all figured out just before my show concluded.
Okay,
I got a lot of things happening out behind the scenes here, Bill. We're good.
You're like George Costanza parking, right? There's so much going on right here you don't see.
Well, he screws it up. I hopefully haven't screwed anything up. All right.
How was your weekend, man? Do you have a good one?
It was great. I was up in the La Crosse, Holman area. It was my niece's second birthday, so we got to celebrate that. Saw the Badgers get a nice win over Rutgers.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, just kind of decompressing a little bit. You know?
It was a charitable weekend. I started out on Friday night and went to a charity gala at the Discovery World Museum for a group called Special Spaces, and they build custom bedrooms. We went there on Friday. Saturday, we went to see a comedy show, but it was at a VFW hall that is now a microbrew in Port Washington, and that was a benefit for All My Friends, which is a charity that builds playgrounds near the Grafton area out in Ozaukee County. They build it for kids with autism and kids with some disabilities, so they build these playgrounds for these kids. And then yesterday, it was, like I said, it was a charitable weekend. We went down to a place called Magellan's, which is a bar down in Waukesha, but it is for the Sharp Literacy Group. And what they do, they create pre- and after-school programs for children with disabilities or learning issues, or kids that need structure, kids that need additional time to help them out with schoolwork, homework, all that kind of stuff, and just put them in programs that they can be more social. So we did that. So it was kind of a charitable weekend. The problem was you do that on a Friday. Friday was great, and I don't know about you. Do you like doing the nines, getting all dressed up, tuxes, and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, occasionally, right?
Yeah,
it's get the monkey suit on a lot of times, and you start getting a little. Occasionally. Kristen
loves to get dressed up. I mean, she looked like Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile, had necklaces and the whole thing. Me, I'm a suit and I'm an idiot. I'm just sitting next to her. But it was kind of casual on Saturday, and then yesterday was kind of a casual day. And I learned about this event in the last minute. So we went down. We just kind of grabbed our stuff and went down. And one of the interesting things about it is you get there and you walked in, and I think it was $50 a ticket, and they took McDonald's food and gave it to gourmet restaurants and said, go make something out of it. So at one place, our buddy Joey Albanese, he took the chicken breast, the grilled chicken sandwich, took the breast from the chicken sandwich, put this marinara over it, and served it on top of a layer of garlic mashed potatoes. And it was fantastic. Who knew, And then they had the actual, the Big Mac they had the breakfast griddle sandwiches, and they had taken that and put like a cinnamon icing over it, maple syrup on top of that. And it was a dessert instead of like a breakfast, pancake. That was fantastic. And they had all kinds of different stuff. So anyway, but the problem was we got down there because it was from 1 to 4. So we got there at 1. You sit down, you do the Bloody Mary, and then it's a Magellan brew house. So, you do whatever, craft beer they have as a chaser. And then from there, we had another drink and we ate a little bit, and there were some auctions, and, we hung out till like 3:30, till just about end time. And we're right across the street from Nice Ash. So I said, well, let's go over there. We'll watch some of the NASCAR races. We'll watch some basketball, and then we're going to go run our errands. About 8:30 last night is when we left the Ash. 2 cigars, 3 hookahs into the night. The Uber's on its way. I couldn't make it. It wasn't going to drive. That's when you officially look at yourself and you go, I'm over the age of 50. Day drinking is not my thing, man.
It's your voice sounds pretty though, Bill. Your voice sounds somehow raspy from 2 cigars.
It's not bad. It is, day drinking was not my thing. I got home, and it wasn't like it was late. It wasn't like we got in at 2 a.m. We got home and picked up some food on the way home, sat down at the bar, ate the food. I don't remember going to bed. I woke up at like 2:30 and I'm like, what time did I go to bed? I looked at my phone. My last text was like at 8:35. And it was texting a friend of mine, just got him eating dinner. I'll get a call back. Well, I never called him. And we ate like we were going to the electric chair. So it was like, bam, food was gone. I got to think it was about 9:15 is when I made it into bed. And that was it. I was out. I don't remember that. I woke up this morning. I'm like, I looked at Chris and said, we Ubered, right? And yeah. So we went down the garage and sure enough, my car, she had to take me back down into Waukesha to get my car today. But yeah, what a morning. Well, I'm just not
Sounds incredible.
out. I'm not cut out for day drinking, man. I just can't do it.
Bill, usually when you in your younger days, you get pretty loaded and then have McDonald's at the end of the night that you don't remember. This time you had gourmet fancy McDonald's.
Yes.
And parlayed it into getting loaded.
Right.
And then you just reversed. You just partying smarter. Partying smarter now.
I did. We had great people down at I said, oh my God, it was so much fun. We had a blast down there. It was just this whole eclectic group of people. We had this home builder and contractor from out in Jump, and some of his guys were there. And then I had these young kids that one was a tarot card reader. She was walking around the bar reading everybody's fortunes. And then she had another kid with her that just came into town. He just moved here from Chicago, but he was a graphic design artist and he was 22. Then we had our age people that were kind of roaming around and doing some cigars. And then we got into tastings. And because I do this all over the state, people asking me, what is a good cigar? And it's kind of like asking somebody who knows wine, what is a good wine? So then you get into it. It's kind of like you're standing in the humidor giving a lecture on what a good 93 and 94 is, but it's a Robusto, it's a Monte Cristo, it's a Churchill. You're trying to explain these different things and what they are. And so, I got home and went to bed and I woke up this morning and I went, what the hell happened to me? I don't feel bad. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel bad, but it was just a weird day. And I'm not a big day drinker, but boy, I'll tell you what, we went to charity all weekend long. So I don't know why I got into that story, but we did. So that's it. But you're right. Badgers get a big win. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. A top 25 team at Rutgers all season long. Badgers were the first ones to do it.
The RAC is a really tough place to play. I do believe that, because Rutgers went on a stretch. They're beating top 25 teams, 4 in a row. So I think the Badgers were the first to do it. Yeah.
Badgers get a good win over the weekend. The whiteout is tomorrow night, right?
That is correct.
At the Kohl Center. So they got the whiteout tomorrow night. Here comes Purdue. See if they can knock Purdue off. If they can beat Purdue twice in the same season, with Purdue being such an incredible basketball team and one of the top 10 all season long. So let's see if they can do it again. So that's good. A terrible start for official second half of the season for the Bucks. They ended up falling to the Brooklyn Nets. And I got to ask you, the team to beat in the East is, with a question mark. The Sixers looked really good. I was thinking of Ben yesterday when I was watching the Sixers play. Between Harden and Embiid, I mean, they're only a few games and they already look like they're in sync. And Embiid said it after the game, look, we're unbeatable. When Harden is playing that way, we're unbeatable. And so anyway, then from there, you've got, the announcement is that Major League Baseball has not reached an agreement yet, unfortunately. So they have not reached an agreement. And today is their kind of self-imposed deadline. And then you've got the announcement Packers are going to London. And, they're losing a home game. I never thought I'd see the day the Packers lost game to go to London. I never in my wildest dreams, because that area depends so much on the financial impact of the Green Bay Packers and a home game. So I never thought I'd see that, but we all knew they were going to go overseas or to Mexico. And this is the year. This is the first time they're going to do it. And I'm sure it'll probably be another, 50 before they do it again, but it is what it is. So we'll debate that a little bit. And kind of it. It's just kind of a weird weekend. You've got the restructuring the Bakhtiari's deal. So that went down. You've got the Packers now to $20 million over the cap, and they're still working on that. Still waiting to hear from Aaron Rodgers. I don't expect anything here in the next few days, to be quite honest with you. They're still trying to figure out Devontae Adams as well. So all of that going on. So we'll see where kind of all of this begins to fall. You've got, by the way, speaking of baseball, Derek Jeter is stepping down from the Marlins For those that did not know, that news broke a little while ago. But yeah, he's stepping away from the Marlins, which is probably the best thing, because since they've taken over that group, it's been an absolute train wreck down there. But there you go. Robin says they have 9 home games this year. The Packers do the trade-off. Still 8 home games. No, well, actually, Robin, they always had 2 home games in the preseason. So you're losing a game. You're still losing a game. Just an FYI. Apparently the audio is bad over on the Bud Light live stream. We'll reset that during the commercial break and see if it gets any better. I don't know why it's bad. Couldn't
sounding great on the radio, Bill.
Yeah, the radio great, but I don't know why it sounds so bad, but maybe we'll reset over on the live stream. So it is what it is. 877-867-1670. You want to hit us up via phone? You can find us over on Twitter at Bill_Michaels. At Bill_Michaels. You can find us there. Over on the Facebook fan page, you can always see everything, hear everything, all that kind of good stuff. Facebook.com/The Bill Michaels Show. YouTube and Twitch TV, just simply look up Bill Michaels Show. And don't forget, you can on Spotify. You can find us on Google Podcasts and on the iTunes as well. Plenty of places to track us down. Did you guys talk much about the Packers taking a game overseas? Was that?
I did, man. It broke when we were on air, and I was so proud of the Packers for being holdout of it, of not doing it. And then when I found out that they game for this, I was just myself.
Yeah.
I looked it up. It was the Green Bay Press Gazette reported from an article a year or so ago. Direct and indirect, $15 million per in the Green Bay area.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of knew this was coming because we kind of figured at some point the Packers were going to. I just am surprised that the Packers are losing a home game. Now, the question always, when they go on the road, when they play teams like Jacksonville, they play teams like Arizona, some of these teams, huge fan bases because they're transient, that you most likely would lose a game there rather than lose a Packers home game. But the problem is the Packers go on the road and the fans sell out stadiums. They sell out Jackson. They sell out Miami. They sell out some of these, New York. And Packers fans travel so well, and they're all over the country. And so it's kind of the winter of two evils, I guess, because they're just taking a home game away from the Packers, which the Packers lost one this year because of the unbalanced schedule. They're going to lose another one next year. So it is what it is. 877-867-1670. Paul says, isn't the Badgers Notre Dame game at Lambeau this year? Wouldn't that offset the loss of a home game? Has that been rescheduled for this year?
I don't believe so.
That was supposed to be 2 years ago. They lost that 2 years ago.
I don't think they have a set date for it yet. I'll look it up, though.
Right.
Initially, it was supposed to be, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 2 years ago. It hit. And then they didn't have it. 2026 is when that game has been rescheduled for. So, yeah, out down the road.
September 5th, 2026. Put it in your
Okay, I'm marking that down now. There you go. All right, let's do this. Let's step away. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about the Packers losing a home game. It is what it is. Nothing yet from Aaron Rodgers. The Packers continue to restructure. I'll give you my thoughts on all of after talking. I didn't do a whole lot of digging over the weekend, but after talking to just a couple of people, I thought, hey, you know what? I've got a little bit of an opinion as to how I think this whole Packers thing is going to work out, so I'll let you know. And in addition to that, the team to beat in the Eastern Conference of the NBA is, I don't know if it's the Bucks anymore. I don't know. Stay tuned. We got more of the Bill Michaels Show next.